Welcome, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to Talented Universe. I'm hoping we are on because I had an error message when I hit live. So, Arc 54, tell us if we are there. So it looks like we are, but I just wanted to make sure.
I wonder if it's just other platforms maybe or something.
No, they all look good. But it
great.
said the whole thing wouldn't go. But
Okay.
it's early. Got another podcast later today. But anyway, I'd like to welcome everyone. I'll welcome Arc 54 into the chat room. Good afternoon, Arc 54. And she already has a statement for our guest, who is Denver Austin, a singer-songwriter from Pennsylvania.
Hello.
So let's just start this one. I wanted to wish you a belated happy birthday and ask if you would share about your new song "Chasin'," dropping May 4th.
Thank you for the happy birthday. Appreciate that. So "Chasin'" is coming out this Friday night. So it'll, Saturday morning, if you're waking up and you don't stay up till 12 on Friday, it'll be out for you. And I have a whole lineup of songs coming out here in the late spring, early summer. Kind of just a summery vibe. I wanted to release some feel good songs for anyone who's going to the beach or out on a nice day. So I've got a lot of dancey, I don't know how to explain it, indie songs coming out. And Chasing, I'm excited about. It's my favorite one. I'm actually dropping an EP, so it'll be a little EP coming out probably, I think June 8th, I think, is when I'm releasing it. But Chasing is one of the songs off that EP, and it's about chasing feelings, chasing moments, and it feels good, but it has a lot of my songs have a deeper meaning, and if you really listen to the lyrics, you can tell that. But for the most part, it's just straightforward, like a nice bop, walk around the town,
just kind of chilling, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't know. It has three different parts. The chorus, kind of I don't know. It's almost like indie rock inspired.
Okay. I was just about to ask you, like, any artists that you can kind of connect your style to, and that you would say they are similar in like what they do to your interpretation.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like all my songs are me, so it's me and my voice. But I feel like I really try and push the boundaries stylistically every time I do something. Like I'll drop a couple songs in the same like genre, but every time I drop a song, people will say a different person. So it's really difficult for me to pinpoint it. I hope that I get to the point where I can become Denver Austin, and then like, oh, Denver Austin sounds like Denver Austin, but I don't know. People say all different types of artists. And I mean, growing up, my inspirations were like Bruno Mars.
Okay. Good one.
I like, obviously all the great artists like Michael Jackson. And my headphones are being weird right now. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man. Technology.
Like Michael Jackson, like... trying to think, Frank Sinatra. I don't know. I listen to all music. I love all music, and that's just kind of who I am. Like, it's not. I know it might not be the best like business plan trying to go all across the board. You might have a tough time getting people to narrow down who you are, but I don't know. That's just what I want to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. So
yeah. But also, I mean, pop music is so broad these days, right? So it's not really a formula anymore to be a one-trick pony to just do an album of the same thing per se. If someone is comfortable in that, of course, power to them. But I mean, I enjoy, like, even someone that I would reference, Ed Sheeran. You know, he has like a box full of tricks, and he's super successful, and I respect him for all different sounds that comes out of that, you know, brilliant mind, and all of the different people that he collaborates with, and everything like that. So I don't think it's a bad thing per se. It's you know, you do what works for you. So that's very cool. I mean, Frank Sinatra and Michael Jackson on paper very different, but there's definitely something to appreciate from a lot of different people. I get that. I get
Yeah, Ed Sheeran's a great one. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard for me to think of him off the top of my head because when I listen to music, I'm just really in it. I'm just,
Yeah.
feeling the music. So
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran's a great one. And I would generally say like a pop sound, and I have the pop look, the pop sound. And, I would say that is generally my direction. But I mean, if
Yeah.
you pay attention to any releases from recent artists like Beyonce, like,
Yeah.
people are trying to expand and do different
Mhm.
types of things. And I
Mhm.
think it's great. I think music being divided and chopped up so rigidly kind of creates a divide in people who love music. And I don't think there's any reason for that. If you love music, you love music. It's not necessarily about, oh, hit or rap sucks, or pop sucks, or country sucks. It's all like everyone has their own taste, everyone likes their own things. I want to
Exactly.
be somebody who is a singer who can make songs all across the board for all different types of people, all different types of listeners. So I don't know, it's
Yeah.
hard for me to say.
No, that's good. I think that's the spot where you need to be. So that actually sums it up very well.
Trying to like promote as I'm trying to grow, trying to get myself into a niche, that kind of creates a little bit of issues. But if I can figure out a way to, I don't know, I kind of just want to be me, and hopefully people just like me, and then also like the music, whether no matter what genre it is or what style it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I did notice that I listened to your songs and I watched your music videos, which were very cool, I'd like
Thank
to
you.
say.
Thank you.
And I noticed you had, unless I misread, you had a couple of different producers or directors for the music videos.
Yeah, so I worked with three different directors for music videos so far. And as far as producing goes, I've worked with a ton of different producers. I mean, I'm trying to get to the point where I can produce on my own, but I already mix and master my own songs. Like I'm my own audio engineer, so trying to do it all gets a little hairy. So I gotta do what I can do.
Got to spread the wealth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or the non-wealth. It all depends on.
Spread my wealth to them. I'm here.
Well, I was trying not to say that. That is the way it is. I mean, that is it. Yes. No, I mean, I've done video production, so I understand. The money just,
and it can't hurt. It can't hurt to have a good knowledge base of all different kinds of entertainment and how they flow into each other. Because I mean, all of these things are connected. The visuals, the audio, marketing can be thrown in there. You don't have to be a specialist, but at least try and know something. So no, I get that, dude. And as someone who's also been trying to get the hang of the production side of things, I think it's great that you also put some time into how things are assembled behind the screens. I think that gives us a new appreciation for music as well. Because before that, I was like, I was like 3 minutes that people get to listen. So I guess that it just came out like that, 3 minutes, and it was done. But the amount of hours that goes into that 3 minutes that people get to hear, right? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, because I learn a bunch of stuff, and it allows me like a lot of creative freedom to be able to generate a sound exactly how I want it to be. But then I also lose a little bit of perspective, coming from like the listener's side. Like I'm focusing on things that don't really matter, maybe hindering myself. And when I could just be, I feel like majority of artists, they go to a studio, they have an audio engineer they work with, they have a producer they work with, and I won't say every artist, but because everyone's different, but a lot of artists are focusing on like artistry, like the image, the connection, the things like that. And so, it's kind of like balancing the scales a little bit. And as I continue to grow, I'm sure I'll find myself in different situations and figure out, okay, what can I do? What do I not need to do? What do I need to focus on? Yeah. But so far in my career, I've been kind of, out here in Pennsylvania all by myself. So
that's good.
Yeah. Now, are the people that you work with people or is it people like you've met online, or is it a combination there?
So it's a combination. I work with some people I know. I've made a couple of friends, couple of good close friends. One of them is my videographer I work with frequently, but through them I've met producers and stuff, and we became friends. And I've got a couple of songs. I've got 2 or 3 songs that I have with producers that I physically know. Most of the people I've met on the internet and established a connection that way. But talented people are everywhere, and the internet is amazing to be able to connect us together. So
that is true. I think you may have answered this, but Arc54 has. Are you currently working on any videos for your songs? I guess she means your new song or some you might have missed.
Yeah. So I have a lot. I only have like a couple music videos for like a couple of my songs. And for a while I was, kind of focused on music videos, and I really do enjoy them because I feel like it helps paint a better picture for the song and what I'm trying to convey. But, with the current climate of like independent artistry, I feel like there's less focus on music videos and more so focusing on like videography for like all your platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, things of that nature. So I've kind of been shifting away from music videos a little bit. I do have a music video coming out sometime in the near future, but generally speaking, I'm spending a lot more time focusing on how to make better like short form content, to find more people who like my music
and to promote you. That makes sense. Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
What's your most engaging platform? Would it be TikTok or something else?
Probably, I don't know, because I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok because when TikTok first came out, it was like great and things were going amazing, smoothly for me. And then like out of nowhere, I don't know what happened. Out of nowhere, like my views, my engagement, everything just dropped off. So I made a couple accounts on TikTok, and every time I post a video, I always get a lot of engagement and often find, new listeners. But I don't know. I feel like I'm focusing on more of a central hub on like Instagram, because it's easier for me to communicate with people, and I feel like it's just like kind of more industry standard. There's a lot. There's a lot of other, like people in the industry that are on Instagram. So if I can build that hub up, then it'll, help me network a little bit more.
Yeah, true.
That didn't come out right. What do you enjoy most about being a singer-songwriter?
Well, I would say I feel like probably my favorite part. I have 2 favorite parts, and they're completely different ends of the spectrum. But my first favorite part is when I'm making the song. I feel like when I'm making a song, I'm not worried about anything in the world. I'm just in the zone making the song. And to me, that's like very therapeutic and peaceful. Yeah. Music has helped me through so many very, very difficult times. And, just being able to disconnect from the world for however long it may be. Usually I spend several hours working on a song straight, but it just blinks by and it's like, okay, I did something I'm proud of. I did something I'm happy about. And, now I can go back to the real world where things aren't as great, but, things are getting better. And then the other part that I love is, meeting people who listen to my songs and tell me that they enjoy them or they connected with them. I remember when I very first started making music back in 2019. I think it was like 2020. Someone hit me up and told me that like a song I made really helped them through like a tough time with their relationship and stuff. And that was the first moment where I was like, wow, I was like, I can actually like do something that matters to people.
Yeah.
And that's probably my favorite part. I want to help anyone. I want to be the person that you don't have around that you wish you had around, you know, even if we don't know each other. I hope you can connect to me through my music and know that, you know, I'm here for you. I appreciate you. We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
In some way.
On a
It's amazing.
side note, let's say to that, since I understand the creative process, how many times have you said, okay, it's 8 o'clock, I can work a couple hours, and then a few minutes later, it's 5 a.m?
Yeah, that happens all the time. Like I'll start at like usually for music, I don't know, it's weird. I'm more of like a night person. I'll usually start working on something 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then I'll look down at the bottom right corner of my screen or whatever, and it's 2, 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta finish this up. I can't be up that late.
Yeah, that's what usually happens. I know Vernon can understand that too.
Oh, for some reason, autistic people, we just we don't sleep when we're supposed to.
No, we don't.
And just when the brain's supposed to be turned off, or you know the switch is supposed to be turned off, it that's the moment it really wants to kick in. So, but you can't really, you know, make it do what you need it to do. It's like those things when the inspiration is there, you need to have it. And,
yeah, exactly.
So that makes complete sense. Oh, dude,
you can't fight it at all. You gotta go with the flow.
Yeah, and you have to put something down, right? You can't be like just, oh no, I'll check it tomorrow morning, and you wake up and you're like, I know I had something.
Yeah, it's gone. It's always gone.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's the way it has to be.
It's interesting how that stuff works. It really is. Like if you've never done it, it's probably hard to understand. But if you have, it's like special. It's magical almost.
You know, what instruments do you play? I see a keyboard behind you, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, so I have a keyboard in front of me, a keyboard behind me. I play the piano. I also play the guitar. I've got a guitar over here. I just picked up the guitar probably like last year, so I'm not the best, but you know, I've been playing the piano for a while since I was like in high school.
Nice.
But yeah, that's about it. I love trying instruments, but I don't know. I was more of like a sports guy growing up. I sang and I did sports, and I have like minimal musical influence in my family. So, you know, anything that I did had to come from me wanting to do it. And we had a piano, so that was why I played the piano. But I never really had a guitar until like last year. So I bought a guitar. I have a couple guitars now, electric and acoustic. But
nice.
Trying to get better.
So where do you think this came from? Since you just said your family is not really musical, do you have other relatives that are into music, or not really?
Yeah, so my grandfather, he was a really, really good guitarist and a good singer. And both my mom and my dad can sing. They just, I don't know, they just sing.
Choose not to?
Like what'd you say?
Choose not to?
Yeah, it was like they would just do it. It wasn't really like a thing that was something that they would pursue or like give time to. Yeah. But for some reason I love it, so here I am.
Well, there you go. Here you are, just throwing music up. How often do you have a schedule for when you release your songs, or is it kind of when they get done?
I don't really have a set schedule. I mean, since 2023 I really started ramping things up, you know, like trying to stay consistent, because before that life was crazy, so I couldn't really ever stay super consistent. I never gave up, but I wasn't able to, you know, like keep a constant motion going. But you know, now this year I definitely have a plan and a schedule for sure. Like I mentioned, the EP June 8th, I got a couple songs on there, and then I have more plans for the end of this year. possibly an album, depending on how things are going. Because I made a ton of music. I made so much music the last 3 or 4 years with learning how to do everything, going through things. And my music creation process is a little different. So I mean, if we want to get into that, we can. But
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
so
let's since if I don't post this from R54, she'll get me.
yeah.
Your graphic designer Hayden Sand really does some beautiful cover art, especially Ride With Me.
Yeah, Hayden, he is an amazing designer for sure, and he was one of the first people to ever work with me. I think I've known him since I was a kid, but you know, he's one of my close friends, and he really does great work. And I actually am working with him on a couple more covers coming up. As I've been doing music, I've been trying to work with other people as well, but yeah, no, he does really good work. And if you've seen the Neverland cover where it's like the purple Saturn, he made all that. And the Fill Me Up cover, he 3D designed that because I needed that cover to tie in with the the lyrics and everything. So he does an amazing job. Anytime I go to him, I'm like, hey, and I need a cover. He's like, okay, what you want? I literally just tell him the idea I have in my head, and he brings it to life, and it's the most beautiful relationship I ever could have asked for. He's truly amazing.
Okay, one more from R54, and then we're going to go with Vernon and have him ask you that question. Do you do live events? And I'm assuming you've got, or concerts, I'm assuming. And if so, are any scheduled?
I don't have anything scheduled right now. I have done live events in the past, performed at small venues. I do open mics around, my area, just trying to, get the feel for it. But, I've performed a ton of times for not necessarily as a solo artist as Denver, Austin, but with various groups and, different performances of any type. But yeah, I'm definitely looking to do more in the future for sure as I, continue to, get things ramped up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that creative process that I'm very intrigued to hear about.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, this might be a bad thing, and I'm definitely trying to, balance things out. But whenever I make a song, I don't know. It's like I almost have a full song in my head already. Some of my songs I've written, some of them have just been straight up. I will either have a beat that I made or have a beat ready that I already know that I like. And then I will just sing. I'll close my eyes and I will sing almost like a freestyle, basically, feelings, situations, whatever. I don't know how to explain it. It's crazy weird, but I feel like most people write their stuff down and then articulate it. And I've done that for some songs, but a lot of songs that I haven't released per se, or some of the songs I'm about to release, were just straight up.
Just came right out of you.
Damn near one take.
That's very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And so what inspires what? Would you say the lyrics inspire the melodies, like the instrumental pieces, or do you have that beat and it's got a melody and then the lyrics? Because I think most people would say they first get a lyrical idea and then they form instrumental compositional parts around that. But I know from my own experience, I maybe hear a little hook in my head. I put that down as well. Try to build a nice, full structure, and then fit whatever lyrics onto that, and let the music give the space to how it would sound rhythmically, and obviously find the message that I want to convey as well. But how do you do it?
Yeah, so our process is pretty similar. Sometimes I do it like you said, how I'll write the lyrics and then I'll build around that. But majority of the time I have an instrumental, and anytime I can almost hear it instantly. If I'm listening to something if there's no space for a melody, I can't do anything. But usually, I don't know, something in my head, it just comes to me. I'll get the melody, and then like sometimes, like I said, like sometimes literally a whole chorus, a whole verse, a whole song will just come out all together. Like, and I mean, the lyrics might not be the best, but to me, if I was able to explain what I was trying to say, or like, you know, if I had like a Genius video, it was like, well, this I was talking about, I would be able to explain it. But yeah, no, it's very emotional and very like, I don't know, inspired by experience, I would have to say, or like, you know, current state of mind.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Okay. Arc54 says, one last question. Who would be your dream artist to collaborate with, living or dead?
Oh, my dream artist to collaborate with, living or dead.
Tough. Do you want a minute to think about it and go on to another question?
I already know.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people would give this answer. But I would have to say Michael Jackson. I just think it would either be Michael Jackson or Freddie Mercury. It would either be one of those two. I think the aura, the pool that they had in their era is like crazy, and I would love to experience what it would be like to be with somebody of that caliber, and you know, just musically related or not, I just think there's something crazy about who they were and how they affected people.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are solid ones. Like, definitely, that's I mean, Freddie Mercury, I can only imagine, like, you know, that would be with him and the full band, how crazy that would be.
It would be an amazing I feel like I've probably had dreams about it. No, I definitely have had dreams about, you know, performing with Queen, but man, I just know watching their performances, it's like, wow, like, you know, I'd be taking notes. I'm trying to, all right, this is how I get this, you know.
Just keep on rolling through the things. What if you weren't doing music for whatever reason? What would you like to do?
Ever since I was making YouTube videos and like being a content creator, ever since I was like 8, 9 years old, I feel like I'm like, I don't know, I haven't done a good job of conveying who I am to the internet really, but I'm kind of a character, if I would say so. And I love I just love creating. So it would probably have to be still something, you know, of entertainment, whether it be like an actor or, you know, anything in that field. I just love entertaining. When I was young, my family called me the jester because I was like entertaining the family.
Nice.
Well, that's good. Anything you would like to bring up that you would like to tell your fans, new fans that might be coming, or old fans that you've had since you started a few years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly what road I'm going to take in the future, but I just know that I have a lot of things that I would like to share. And I feel like if you stick with me, you won't be disappointed. The future is bright, and I think there's a lot of good things coming. It's taken a long time for me to be able to get to this position. You know, personal life has been absolutely insane since I turned 18. Literally, life was great until I turned 18, and then as soon as
That's
I turned
usually what happens, yeah.
until I turned 18, and then I went crazy, and then lost a bunch of stuff, and then so now, you know, I'm finally recovering, standing back up, and I think the future is bright because I really, really tried hard to learn my lessons in life as I went through things the past couple of years. So, if there's a lot of people who support me who have been here since the start in 2019, and I know there's new people coming in every day. So I just, hope that you have faith in me and, stick around because I'm not going to stop. This really is my dream. I got it tattooed on my neck just so I never forget it. And I plan to make it happen. I really do.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like they say, it's not it's about how you get up, right? So whatever preceded where you are at now, I mean, that brought you to this point, and like you say, it made you stronger, and you learned your lessons, and you're going to apply it. And
Yeah.
I mean, who can't respect that? So yeah, man, that's great to hear that you've been able to rise after your own unique challenges that you've had.
Yeah.
I mean,
I definitely I don't know. I feel like I'm not a liar at all. I'm pretty like open. If you ask me a question, I will give you a straight up answer. And I'm trying to learn how to fit in authentically in a world where most people aren't authentic. But I feel like the change is coming. The wave is coming where, hopefully, there is a spot for someone like me who can figure out a way to be myself, to show what I've been through, to, help anyone else out there who, might have gone through stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough, and I agree with you. I mean, I prefer people to be themselves and not put on a facade, but they do. I was looking through something just before we went on air, and someone was saying, nobody knows what I'm really like. I put on a face just to present it, and it says that's not really me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that anymore. And I'm thinking, well, I'm hoping he's being honest, but it's true. It's true. I mean, I try to be myself, and that gets me into trouble, but it's just the way it is.
I feel like I'm kind of opposite. I feel like I'm always myself, especially if you know me. I haven't done a good job of conveying who I really am to, like, my internet persona, things on social media and such. I feel like I've been very, very afraid of being myself because of judgment I've faced in the past or this or that. So, working through all these mental struggles is a big thing for me. But, I'm trying, and it's only a matter of time. And, if that's another song, that's a song on the EP. I'll say that. Matter of Time is the title of another song. Wrote a little bit about that. So
awesome.
Yeah, so it's just coming along. Well, let us wrap up. If there's anybody else in the chat room that wants to post a question for Denver, and he can answer it for you while we're live. But if you are on our websites, if you're on our Instagram or Facebook, YouTube, give us a like or give us a follow. Most of our content in Talented Universe is singer-songwriters. We do have some other people doing it. Just depends what's going. Some of our other shows on our network, we have other types of guests. We have our Trekking Across the Universe that does all sci-fi fantasy related things. And then Monday Night in America, which we're in the process of changing that a little bit. Talented Universe kind of came from Monday Night in America. It was like, we do more things than just Monday night. So that's what brought this one on. And I wanted to, Vernon and I wanted to do singer-songwriters. So that was the reason.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're out there listening, go to Denver's links there, or you can go to our webpage, ndbmedia.net, under video, and then under Talented Universe, and you can go to the webpage there, and it will give the link that you can just click if you don't feel like writing that down. So that's the easy way.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you guys for having me on. I don't get an opportunity to do stuff like this often, so it was really nice, and I appreciate it a lot.
Well, if you want to come back, Denver, just let me know if you've got something coming up or you just want to shoot the breeze, and we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always down, and I'm always the type of person to show love to people who show love to me. So absolutely, in the future, no matter where I go, I'll definitely come back and have another conversation for sure.
Cool.
Awesome.
Did you have anything else, Vernon, before we go?
No, I was just also about to add and say it's been great to have this opportunity to connect with you, and we basically just bonded over music, and that's what it's all about. That's why you do what you do. I can tell that your heart is in the right place. You're sincere about what you want to achieve, and it's not just all about yourself. And it's wonderful that you want to move people along with your own movements forward in life, and that's amazing, dude. So from myself and Michael as well, we wish you absolutely the best.
Appreciate
And
it very much. Thank you.
hustling, brother. Just keep on hustling. It's coming.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I want to make that very clear. Obviously you need money to survive in the world, but I don't do any of this for money. I don't do it for attention. That stuff is kind of what everyone else is in this stuff for, but really truly what I'm in music for is, number one, because I love it, and number two, because I want to make a difference. I want to be somebody that can help other people. I don't want to just be like rich and famous and be somebody that's talked about. No, I want to be someone genuine, someone who reinstills hope in people's lives, someone who they can look at and take inspiration from and follow, if that makes sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
And I'd like to thank our two people that gave us a like on Facebook, Randy and Elizabeth. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as we say this, that we are going to be heading out now. So everyone, go to Denver's links, go listen to his music, get it on Spotify and everything else, and listen. So
lots of good stuff coming.
Yeah. And everyone, take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.